Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you my updated everyday go-to makeup look. It's been so long since I've had a go-to look. I feel like I've been experimenting and trying different techniques out, but I recently perfected the makeup look that feels the most like me right now. So here it is. I'm of course starting with my Holy Grail primer, which is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer with 4% niacinamide. I take 2 generous pumps of that and I spread it all over. I'm getting ready to go out with some friends. We're going to a beer fest thing called St. Practice Day, since it's the day before St. Patrick's. My best friend Ali works for Blind Man Brewing, and they're one of the beer companies that are being featured, so I think it's going to be a good time. I'm feeling much better. I did put on a little self-tan. I thought I'd show you the products I used. So on my body, I used the Bondi Sands self-tanning foam in light medium, this one here. And then for my face, I used the Coco and Eve Sunny Honey face drops in dark tan. I just used like 1 drop of this. I love the glow, but I can't stand fake tanner smell. Like I smell like not me. So with my go-to makeup look, some days I'll go in with a foundation, or some days I'll just go straight in with concealer and I'll apply it a little bit more generously, but today I want a foundation. I'm going to use my Makeup Forever HD Skin in 2 shades, one N14 and the other 2N22. I'm mixing both just to get my correct shade. Wow, that is completely dead on. That is extremely satisfying. This foundation has been my stable go-to for so long. So you may have noticed I took some time off. I was feeling creatively burnt out, so I knew I needed just to take a little break. And I think that burnout was caused by a few things. And I might as well talk about them a little bit. So once March rolls around, so do some heavier feelings. First of all, I get so sick and tired of winter. I am tired of feeling like I'm in my chrysalis phase. I just want to pop my wings out and become a beautiful little butterfly. And this time of year is hard because a few years back around this time, a lifelong friend of mine went missing in Sun Peaks, and he was never found. I'll link everything I can down below if you want to learn about it. It's such a hard time for so many people around me. And every year comes different feelings. Like I'm always like unbelievably sad, but sometimes I feel a little bit more mad or anxious or whatever. But this year I felt really guilty in a sense, which felt really uncomfortable because I've never felt that kind of guilt. I have never lost anyone around me young, so it's a really weird feeling to be able to like get older and they just stay almost like frozen in time, I guess. And it's weird because at the time of his like disappearance, my brother was so young, but now he's older than Ryan when he went missing, and that's just like such a shocking feeling. And it's like, it's hard, it's heavy, and it's horrible. But thankfully my close group of girlfriends were close with him as well. We've all known him pretty much our entire lives, and same with my parents. Like they went out to search for him for months while I was at home taking care of my brother. So I am surrounded with people who get it and who I can talk to them about it, and I can hear how they're feeling, and you know, it's good. I just miss him dearly. And St. Patrick's Day is always a hard day for my family because we all really miss our grandpa. Our grandpa was very Irish and we all, you know, had such a fun day with him celebrating his and our heritage. It's a hard day for all of us, but I guess in a sense, it's a lovely day because we're able to just reminisce on how awesome he was. And it's a double whammy because St. Patrick's Day is also my friend Ryan's birthday. So it's just like, holy moly. It's a hard day to navigate. By the way, sorry, I got caught up in what I was talking about. I used my Tower 28 concealer in the shade IE for under my eyes, and then to set it I used my Givenchy powder in the shade 3. Now I'm going to go in with my Kaleidos Symphony Contour Trio. I have light and medium. I might have to do a little mixy mix of both. I'll see how I feel. I'll start with light though. Usually I tackle my feelings dead on once I start feeling them, but this year I was like, oh, I feel so tired, like I don't know if I have the energy to feel them, so I kept suppressing going through the motions, and that never worked. Like, I should know that better by now. And all of those feelings kind of hit me in one day, and then it was impossible for me to feel creative in that headspace. So I knew I needed to take a little time to myself. So I wanted to thank you guys for being patient with me. I always get so scared when I take some time off. I'm always like, oh, is everyone going to like forget about me or like never watch another one of my videos? And that's just something I have to mentally get over, because that is so silly. I'm so lucky to have you guys. You guys are so lovely, and thank you to all of you who sent me cute little messages while I was taking my break. But I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling rested and so excited to get into it. I'm now taking my Essence highlighter. This has got to be like my all-time favorite highlight. It's like a true glow from within kind of look. It's appearing a lot more highlightery now that I have my tan on, but usually it just looks like a very subtle satiny glow that doesn't look like a chunky highlight. It's just so pretty. I'm trying so hard not to reach for like the new and exciting things. Like, I'm so excited to show you guys these blushes. I've been using some of them and they're really, really pretty, but I gotta hold my horses. That's not the point of today's video. That'll be my next one. I'll have like a new products video. Now I'm taking my Cosmetics powder just to set pretty much everything. I am kind of liking a more matte skin finish lately. I think it's because by the end of the day, it doesn't really look matte because of my oily skin, but I kind of like the more matte look. It's definitely a change for me. Now for blush, this has been the blush of blushes as of late for me. It's the Makeup Forever Artist Blush in the shade Wherever Rose. And I love this brush. This is a BK Beauty 107. And I kind of apply it starting from under my eye, like right here, outwards, kind of on top of my highlighter, just like so. This color is just so fresh. It's a little sunburnt. It's so softening and blurring. The formula is so good. And I, of course, always add some to my nose, but I've been aiming for more like the bridge of my nose. No, that's a little too much. It adhered to something sticky. Setting powder didn't do its job. I'm taking a smaller brush. This is actually what I've been doing. I forgot. I take my highlighting brush and I douse my nose like this, that way. It doesn't look slay because I kind of fuggered it. Before I add my little faux freckles, I like to douse my skin in some Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. Douse, more like drown. This thing is running low on batteries. I can hear it slowly dying. I always bite that little pointy thing inside my mouth to do this one. And I recently just learned that not everyone has that. Like the little pointy skin thing right here inside my mouth. That's news to me. What else do you guys chew on? I used to bite them off when I was anxious. Crazy. And then they would turn into canker sores and it was like a never-ending cycle. Horrible. And then I use this again as my finishing powder. I'll just do a nice little layer just in the center here, especially on the little freckles, because sometimes they can look a little dark like they did today. I didn't stamp them in time, so they set a little dark, but that's okay. It's fine. I'll show you what I've been doing for my brows, but there'll still be a kitten intermission for the eye primer. Let's do that. So I've been using this e.l.f. brow pencil. This is the Instant Lift waterproof brow pencil in the shade Neutral Brown. And it's kind of like a big stick, like it's not very fine. And I kind of, I smooshed the heck out of it in the cap. Dang it. I was like, why does it look like that? Well, because you were silly and you rushed closing it. I don't mind the thicker stick. It fills it in quick. And the quicker I can get my brows done, the happier I am. And then you gotta work it in with the spoolie. Now I'm going to add this. This is the brow gel that makes me excited to do my brows. So, you know it's good. This is the Kulfi brow gel. It's specifically called the Free the Brow brow gel. And it's amazing. So I like to take whatever's on the end of the spoolie, halfway through my brow so I get the most distribution right there, because that's where my brows are wild and free and they like to do their own thing over there. And then I'll take some through the front of my brow. If you want a super laminated look, you can get this brow gel. It's very similar to the Rare Beauty brow gel or the e.l.f. brow lift, like that kind of a gel, but I never get any white flakes with this one at all, and my brows stay put all day. It's very similar to the Rare Beauty one, but I prefer this one because of its packaging. It has a nicer spoolie. I feel like the bigger one kind of gets the job done quicker, and I love how they have this brow brush underneath of the cap, so you can really work and shape your brows. Like you can really cement them onto your skin if you want. I kind of go for a mixture of both. I like to lock down the tail of my brows, but then kind of fluff the front, like so. Then I just have to take some time to get it even. This tail is much thinner than that tail. And that's when this product comes in from Urban Decay. It's the Big Bush Brow Gel, the tinted one. And I use the shade Neutral Nana. And then I just take it through the tail and kind of touch down to my skin to fill it in that way too. I did prime my eyes. Now I'm going to show you what I've been doing with my eyes. It's very, very simple. I feel like all of my past go-to makeup looks have always had an emphasis on my eyes because that is one of my favorite features of my face. But now I've been kind of doing more of a lip focused look. So I've been kind of doing very minimal eye makeup, and I picked up the new Makeup by Mario palette as soon as I could. This is stunning. It's like a cooler version. There's a lot of neutrals here. This quad right here I saw being like my new go-to, and it doesn't look far off from the original until you put them side by side. I love how it's just the cooler, more neutral sister to this one, but the same kind of layout. I prefer neutral eyeshadows because then you're able to wear whatever blush you want or whatever lip, and it's going to look nice and cohesive. And I was so excited to have a neutral palette in his formula and in his compact palette. I've traveled with this one pretty much everywhere, and it looks barely used because you only need such a little amount of this to create an eye look. It's awesome. So beyond excited to have this one. I'll have a video showcasing a full like glam look using this, but this quad right here is my favorite. I've been kind of dipping in between these two shades here. For my crease, I just like to contour the crease a touch. Just very minimal effort on the eyes, and then I go down here for a little definition. Sometimes I'll take a little detail brush, and I'm going to take this shade right here, and I'm going to focus just a slight more amount right on the outer corner. Oh, there it is. I put that brush away too early. Then I take my Cosmetics powder once again, and I'll just go right over the crease portion just to make it look even more blended. I don't do this every day, but I'm taking some of my Essence highlighter because I do feel like I want a little inner corner highlight. Yeah, I like that. Then I'm going to curl the living heck out of my lashes. My favorite eyelash curler is the Shiseido one. It's so good. And then I go in with my favorite Clio Kill Lash. This one's getting a little crusty, so I go in with this velour tool. It's like a spoolie and a very scary needle comb, and I just comb through the clumps. And I go this way to really get them instead of going this way, because sometimes if you go this way, it'll touch your eyelid. Learned that the hard way. And that's the super easy, very quick eye look. Now let's tackle lips. And I have been in love with this type of tone, These are all of the lip products I've been rotating through. So it's been pretty much Jones Road Rosewood as my go-to lip liner, which is a stunning kind of rustier color like that. Gorge. And for my matte option, it's been the Freck Makeout Club lipstick in Baddie, the House Labs lip gloss in Fig. Oh, so good. So you can see there's definitely a tonal family I've been loving. Tower 28 Lip Softy in Ube Vanilla. That one has a little bit more of a cranberry twist to it. And this is a big shout out to all of you who said, if you think you like Rose Envy from e.l.f, you're going to love, forget the color shade, what is it? Oh my god, it's so hard to read. Jam Session. And you guys are so right. It's perfect. It's definitely sheerer than the others, but it's impactful on the lips. I really make sure to feather the edges of this lip liner in. And then I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. one today, Jam Session. And I really blend it in with the doe foot here. I need to put these in my purse right now before I forget. I'm adding a little bit of Baddie. I feel like I need more tint right in the middle, just to start the night off good, you know? I just got changed. I'll show you a clip of my outfit, but I also put on some jewelry. I just put on some of my dome rings from Majuri and these little medium bold hoops, I believe. Just little dainty gold pieces. And for my perfume today, I'm using Musky Musk from Dossier. This has been my go-to as of late. It's just like a fresh, clean smell. It's like not too much. It's just nice and refreshing because I have been using a lot of heavier, more sweet scents. So this is like nice and fresh and light. Hold on, I need to get up for this whole thing. Okay, I'm really hoping I do not smell like self-tan. Should I put on a necklace? Seems like a lot of work right now. But I feel ready. I feel like flirting tonight. So hopefully there's someone there to flirt with. But that's going to be all from me today. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you for being here and supporting me, and please be gentle on yourselves. I'm very lucky to have you here. I'll have everything I used listed and linked in the description box down below, so feel free to check that out, and I'll see you in my next video. It feels really good to be back. But bye guys.